If you manage people in your organization or on your team, you may be stealing from them. You may be stealing their self-esteem. You may be stealing their opportunity to learn. You may be stealing their pride. You may be stealing their voice. You may be stealing their ability to become leaders one day. I'm talking about micromanaging. And it is an insidious habit, a leadership style, but a style of personality as well. So I want to talk about it. Let's unpack it a bit, and let's see if you can apply some of these principles in your home, in your relationships, because it applies to your kids as well as on your team at work. So it's micromanagement is a common issue in many organizations, especially in the tech field, fields such as engineering. And understanding the reasons behind it and the consequences can help address the problems that it creates. So why do people micromanage? There are many, many reasons. I'm going to give you three. I'll go into them very briefly. And if you want to discuss micromanagement on your team or in your life, I'll let you know how you can get in touch with me. All right. The first reason, the reason I see, it's a lack of trust and it's personal insecurity as a leader. Keep in mind that a lot of leaders don't get any training. They don't get training 101, leadership 101. One day they're in a position, the next day they're promoted above their peers, right? And they want everything to be perfect. So number two is fear of failure. Fear of failure. I see this all the time. I'm going to give you an assignment and then I'm going to look over your shoulder the entire time to make sure you're doing it right, or make sure you're doing it the way I would, or make sure you're doing it with such perfection because I'm insecure and I don't trust that you're going to do it, to the nth degree, right? Now, what happens is that just cuts off a person's ability to grow. So again, we have insecurity and lack of trust. We have fear of failure. And then we have difficulty delegating. And a lot of people don't like to delegate because they don't want to give up control. So this thing that's creating havoc on your team starts with you. The good news about that is you can then fix it. Okay. I see it time and again where a manager gives an assignment or a task to an employee and then tells them how to do it, or tells them how they would have done it. And it's in the name of being helpful. And these people often think that they're really helping and they're teaching, but they're not. They're stealing. You've got to let people make mistakes. And I'm not saying don't give them guidance, but if you give them an assignment, give them an assignment. You can ask them to check back with you and let you know how it's going. You can, when they do that check-in, then say to them, hey, this isn't looking right. Let's discover what made you go over here instead of over here, for instance. When you take a task from an employee that you've given it, they start to get insecure. So they devolve in their leadership skills. They decompensate in their leadership skills because they know that the minute that they're left alone with something, you're going to come in and you're going to butt in, actually, and you're going to do their job for them. So then they think that they're not capable and that you don't trust them and that they'll never become leaders themselves. And then they become leaders and they go through the same thing you went through. All right. Now, here's what happens when you micromanage. You negatively influence employee engagement and motivation. You stifle creativity and innovation. You cause stress and burnout. This isn't what you plan to do. It's just the way it worked out because you want them to succeed so much that you're teaching them how to do it. It also causes higher employee turnover because it's frustrating. One of the biggest reasons people leave a position is there's no room to grow. Well, if you come in and you give them a promotion, then you tell them how to do it, they're back in that there's no way for me to grow scenario, right? And it's frustrating, it's disappointing, it's debilitating. So stop stealing their self-esteem. And it also decreases productivity because if you're doing your employee's job, then who's doing your job? Oh, is that why you're working on the weekends? So My name is Nancy D. Solomon. I'm the CEO and founder of Women Think Global. And we work on the people problems before they become profit problems. We work with the power skills, and we especially teach the emotional intelligence skills to tech teams and other industries that are primarily male dominated. So if you need to talk, if you want to just have a conversation, we'd love to have it. Click on the link in this post. You can go to www.connectwithnancy. That's easy. Connectwithnancy.com. I'd love to talk to you. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me here.